Chevy for 40. Off the OA, I cannot. No more rose. Ooh, I ain't been broke in a minute. I'm at the mall out of business.
Welcome back to Expert Tips. I'm Mike Wang, gameplay director for NBA 2K, and today we'll be going over shooting.
I need a swipe in the digit. Calling
Yeah,
up
they're
K.
talking
He did
about that
250 on Biddy. It ain't no biggie. Montclair kicking.
It's the second time they've gone to McKinnon on that critical third down, and the second time that he's made.
Bands in my hand look pretty. Hit another band on the gram, I'm litty. When I was broke, man, she fronted, but then I got rich and homie, I don't dance, I jiggy. So strong, I feel like I'm pop out the street. I'm minutes like Guinness. I need a percentage. If you go, it's expensive. Nordstrom rack, swipe my gift. I ain't been broke in a minute. I ain't been broke in a minute. I ain't been broke in a minute. I ain't been broke in a minute.
So big stand there by the Cardinals
I ain't been broke in a minute.
and they trail by 2.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
But I wasn't super acidic.
Huh?
I wasn't put mangoes in that too, but it wasn't super acidic.
Let's look at our setting tonight. The picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Look at Milwaukee, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course, Indiana, 4.5 games behind.
And right now for the Pacers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to.
Unreal.
Add some thrill to your wish list at the Season of Audi sales event.
Last time you did this, it fucked all these guys' rotation up. Now it's making mad threes. That's why I came back, honestly.
Dude, I know when I put, that third quarter that you blew me out in? Dalton? It was because I put Kleber on you. Well, not all because of that, but it's partially.
Kyrie! No!
Kyrie! Hey! You might have to cover that with a napkin or something. She's just gonna get back up there. She's like, well, I can get up there. She's like, if Buzz could get up there, he'd get it too.
Buzz couldn't get up there.
No, he couldn't.
Dude, yeah, I could. I saw him leap on top of the table.
If he could get up there easily,
he would leap on top of the table.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Clint Capella is out there with Tatum. Then there's Victor Oladipo.
Yeah,
Then
on the
there's Andre
floor.
Drummond.
Because you know it's on the
At the
floor.
point guard. And for the Bucks, Draymond Green is out there with Miles Turner. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Hield. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot.
During his rookie season, Jason Tatum was Boston's go-to guy in the Eastern Conference Finals. A rare opportunity, and that young fella delivered at a high level.
Now here's Murray. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Now here's James. Jason Tatum missing his last shot, and LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty, an incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Why
The rebound by Turner.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
They kick out to Hield. Off target from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
And here is Murray. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. And it's LeBron missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't
Oh, you
get him to continue
motherfucker.
missing.
There's the defensive pressure they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
Pacers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And, you know, with Miles Turner, a lot of his value, I think, comes on the defensive end. One of the best shot blockers in the league the last couple of years. And has really good mobility. He's got a nice shooting stroke, but defensively is where he makes his greatest impact in my mind.
Here's Tatum, following the score by DeJounte Murray.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here
So
in
much
this
faster.
quarter in terms of scoring.
Victor!
Great room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Conley's checked in for Miles Turner. Grant comes in for Green. Robinson's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Crawford in for DeJounte Murray.
And Clark, at the moment, you could argue that it's the defense that's the best asset for Turner
Dude, what are
at
you
this
doing?
point.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you, Greg. I think clearly that's his strong suit right now. He's got a terrific shot in terms of mechanics and range. I think you'd like to see him be a little more consistent with his selection and then develop a
Dude,
more
in what world are you
reliable low-post go-to move.
And the basket by Tatum.
Tatum doing a nice job recognizing when to let it fly and when not to. A very capable threat from outside the arc.
Robinson misses.
Oh, that's
Oh, and
terrific
what?
defense
What the
there. That's
fuck?
how you protect the rim.
LeBron
He's like,
makes a
yeah, I didn't want
two-pointer. Grant finds James.
He should have done Cole. I mean,
James
you know what
throws
I'm
it
saying?
down.
Taking it to the rack.
I know I was holding first place. I got
Down the
blocked.
two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Tatum.
That was special. An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Victor, you're not even moving, dude.
That's good.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
There's Schroeder, and Grant sends it back.
See, now Shooter was
Focused
called
from Grant
foul.
that time defensively, protecting the rim, keeping his eyes on the ball so he could anticipate that shot. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passes.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the
Damn
Kings.
it.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And the Bucks making a change here.
Motherfucker's
Bulls checked
7-5.
in.
Look at
Reality
that.
still
Old
have
Patty
about
Mills
half
comes
the
up to his
season
fucking
left, but
waves.
here's where the power ranking stands
his
as
feet.
of today. You look at the Bucks. They still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
You know, right now for the Pacers, they've had a solid season. A tick below some of the elite teams in our league, but you'll love the fire and spirit they've shown here. thus far.
Inside.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now, here's Bull. He's covered by Warren. Bull to pass to Grant. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue
That's how
right
he was
through
supposed to go
the next
to.
three quarters as well.
The goddamn
On the
point
pass to
guard.
Robinson. Offensive rebound. Kicks it to Bull.
Taco.
There's the three. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Pacers trail by 6. Here's Warren. They get a hand on it. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Fall passes to Mills. A three from Warren. It's good from long range.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
to Crawford. He kicks it to Bull. Grant outside. Rocket 6. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Last time they met was in Indiana.
A long and tiring game made worse by the fact that the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
The shot by
Boban, fucking
He
big man
just flat
shutting that
out
shit
took
down.
that and missed it and has no one to blame but himself.
Bogdanovich, know what?
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just doesn't make any use of it.
And the Bucks miss again.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Over in the corner, Warren. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Marjanovic. Warren kicks to Mills. Some nice passing here by Indiana. That puts them in the lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. Four of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Green's checked in for Jeremy Grant. James comes in for Bull. Fields checked in for Robinson. And Murray's subbed in
Hopefully they can slow Braun down in the paint.
Onto the highlight reel, James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
James against one. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Here's LeBron. And James brings it down.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. The shot, no good. And so is LeBron James making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. They kept going to him again and again. And he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got DeJounte Murray. Draymond Green is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Hield in at the 2-guard. Warren banked in off the glass. Warren's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, I love watching Warren match the defense's intensity and still be able to convert. This is a hard-nosed, really good offensive player.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead.
No, not there, dude.
Bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Fall can't hit. Bucks
We
leading
thought
by
this was
6.
love. Makes no sense. Like they're so long.
That's how it belongs. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And now a moment to
All right,
check
boys,
out
get
the
in the
latest in
paint.
the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
Well, you look at LeBron James. He's currently atop of the Eastern Conference. He's got a lot of fans the world over.
He's got plenty of fans among his fellow players as well. I'm sure he'd be #1 on their ballots if they were voting.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. To the paint.
Yeah, I was kind of picking
And
poison.
LeBron with the basket, the assist by Murray. Murray's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of
Let's
the
go
offense.
down. What are you doing?
For Milwaukee, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy. That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Pass to Hield. Back to LeBron.
He's like a rookie.
Damn, dude, he does these little pillars in your
And the
friend.
layup is good. LeBron's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known more citrusly.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of chance.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Turner's checked in for Noah Vonleh. And it's Duncan Robinson in for LeBron. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Out to the right wing. Here's Robinson. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Tatum. Draymond Green blows it in. Bucks leading by 6.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Not you.
Doesn't get it to
Fucking
Drummond.
retard.
And Milwaukee.
It's like, in what world does that make
Coming
sense?
against New York
Especially
in
in
the
that
last
situation.
game.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the wall ball.
it always does
At their best
wrong, though.
throughout
Like,
the course of that
they
game.
probably go to the
A
wrong guy
scrappy
75
performance,
times.
but in the end,
That's
just
not a good one.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
There's the pass to Turner. 3-pointer Hield. Hands it from downtown. Hield's got 6 points.
Good intelligent basketball on the part of Turner there. Assists like that will make the defense think twice about how they want to
He just
defend
ate
him.
up there.
and that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Quit.
Murray against Schroeder.
What do you think it is that?
Hield outside. Over Oladipo. Again, Hield missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Oladipo, the pass to Tatum. To the inside. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Andre Drummond. To the middle. Here's Green. Green sends it in.
And this has to fire Green up. Whenever he ducks it like that, it gets the whole team energized.
It's stolen by Green. Pass break, Milwaukee for the finish. And then Hield with the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Dude, how does that not
Tatum's
fall?
shot is off. Green with the ball. And guarded by Capella. Hield way outside. Good as Green picking up the assist. Hield's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second quarter.
And that one's good. Drummond.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just
Dude,
couldn't
what the
quite.
fuck ever.
And
Buddy
you know,
Hield
there's
is
always
apparently a
tough
god on
catch
defense, too. So not only does he fucking not miss a single shot ever,
Hield from
but he
outside.
fucking strips the ball.
It's rebounded by Indiana. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Tatum wide open.
Goddamn
Bullshit. That's
Opportunity on the break,
bullshit.
but couldn't sink the 3.
Well, it looks like he's
I'm
cooling
glad
down
it's
a
all.
bit after
We
hitting
just
those 2 in the first quarter.
screaming.
Pitch to Hield.
Fucking like bullshit, dude. It's like,
1:05 left to play in the first half. For 3, Murray. A shot, no good. Nice D from Oladipo. He dishes it to Capella. Outside Tatum.
Jesus.
Pass to Schroeder. Back to Tatum. This one for three. Schroeder outside. Offensive rebound. Tatum at the elbow. Inside. Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you look at the size and athleticism. Once Drummond gets the ball in there, it's game over.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Turner. Jeremy Grant comes in for Green. Bol, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Crawford in for DeJounte Murray. Outside Robinson. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly,
How does that not go in? Please tell me. Inform me.
Bucks leading by 6. Now, here's Bol. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Knicks in New York. No good from outside. With 2 seconds left. So it's Milwaukee.
Like, bullshit.
At 6 points here at the end of the
was a
quarter.
fucking
They're playing
stud.
a
He's
cruising
missing
game
2 wide
inside,
open
and it's
shots.
working for him. And now we'll send it up.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 26 points. And guys, some say the shooting guard was
26 points.
Thanks for joining us.
Tatum and Victor. Fine, buddy, the first round.
We've got second half action for you. The next couple quarters are similar to the first. This one could go down to the last possession. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for Indiana. Bogdanovich out there with Mills. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Warren in at the 3. Kicks to Mills. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Crawford. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Miles Turner.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And out of bounds is the Bucks gain possession.
Drummond too, dude. Good job like swatting it away.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Second, the Pacers.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Pass to Bol.
What?
And the dunk by Bol.
A towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Warren. He's guarded closely, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And looking now at some numbers for Hield. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. Right around 21 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And looking back at the trade for Warren, it was a surprise to see him get dealt for so little. He's always been a terrific player.
And you know what, Greg, I'm with you there because I was surprised as well. I'm not sure why the Suns made the decision to trade Warren, but I tell you what, as a former Pacer and a follower of the team, I'm happy that the Pacers have him because this guy's an efficient double-digit scorer. He plays unselfish basketball, and he actually made nice strides defensively last season. So the future is bright. I love his attitude and everything about his skill set.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the night. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having
Yeah, I was telling him to fucking
line.
shoot the whole time.
Shot clock at 3.
The big ass feet.
Nice touch by Tatum.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing
Yeah,
lapse of
fuck this
judgment
game.
there.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Wasted no time on that one. Robinson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks.
Defensively, they just look out of sync. Closing out the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting
You don't know?
caught in
Oh,
that
that guy
in
who's like-
between
he's
zone,
always
no
like-
man's land. You've been three
Just
straight
use that
from
as
beyond
a
the
real
arc
quick.
right
No, he
now.
says that.
The Pacers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Pass the Bull. Dishes it to Robinson.
Wide open.
Oh, that one hits back out. Pacers trail by 10. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the
Dude,
ball.
he has not made a fucking shot.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 at the long ball since entering the second half. Robinson passes to Murray. Now Bull. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this
I
point.
played a shit ton of Madden this year, but
The pass to Oladipo. Indiana moving it around. And Fall gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some
Put that hand
physicality
up
in the
in
paint.
Really like that work there in the paint. He really is a low-post presence.
Fall passes to Tatum. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 13 points.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, I feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Here's LeBron. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Oh,
Milwaukee has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Outside for Robinson. And Bull wide open. He shoots, and his offense just hasn't been there. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Murray.
dude, are you
misses.
fucking me?
And not allowing the
You're
shooter
fucking me.
even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of
game's
high-impact
bullshit.
defense they want to see out of him. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And here's Tatum for 3.
So that's how, in what world?
James has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Bull?
Tatum finds Oladipo. Now Capella. He is still scoreless so far in this one. A drive by Schroeder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Jeremy Grant comes in for James. And it's Crawford in for DeJounte Murray.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And the Pacers call time here.
And a wise move to time out there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover number.
Thomas checked in for Robinson. Then for the Pacers, Andre Drummond comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Mills in for Dennis Schroeder.
How?
Yeah, that was
Bucks
ignorant,
leading
bro.
by 12.
That's what happened in the last game, though.
Crawford passes to Bull.
Like,
Over Warren. From outside the arc. Pacers with the rebound.
yeah,
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it
That's why
appears
he's
he's
not getting
starting
blown
to
out.
lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Crawford finds Thomas, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Wow.
Here's Mills, and the layup falls. Mills has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own
You're
peril.
like, no, he's made from
Timeout called by
3
Milwaukee.
points from mid. It's like, motherfucker can't make any of this.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for
I don't know
Milwaukee.
why.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now.
And you got to love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed, terrific ball handling, and smart passing.
Crawford kicks to Craig. Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. Rebound Andre Drummond.
No.
Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Back to Warren. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Mills. Here's Warren. Cantor, the pass to Bogdanovich.
Kidding me. What do I have here?
And so Crawford will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Stop catching the ball.
Warren kicks to Bogdanovich. Right side Warren. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
6 seconds left in the third. And there it is for him.
Boy, mark it up, another one for Warren, but this is what he's built to do. Get buckets.
Crawford. And he
Unreal.
uses the glass on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun thing to watch. Bucks ahead, they're up by 9. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Vonleh. Thomas is out there with Crawford. Then there's Grant, and it's Craig in at the 3 side. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Boy, he gets up so easily, throwing it down. T.J. Warren making it happen.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
For Milwaukee. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
On the wing, Iguodala. Misses the three. Bucks leading by 9. Hill from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And this is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Where you going, Taco?
To the paint. The kick out to Warren. From deep, Iguodala. Moves back up. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Here's Warren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas. So
Bullshit!
Probably doubly stuff.
Bullshit! I was standing there the whole time. It didn't get called. And then I go to pass
For
and
me,
fucking
the
steps
offense looks
back.
better in the second
Fuck
half.
this
They've been
game.
able to dial
Fuck
down
you,
those
you piece of
turnovers,
shit.
and that's been a huge help.
Murray dishes to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
And the Pacers call time here.
Bullshit. I should have been in the last time.
He's getting to the rack all game.
you
If they can't
will.
do a better job of
You
keeping him out
haven't
of the
lost
paint.
by a lot yet.
He should have fucking lost
So,
the last time I
Indiana
faced
ends
him.
up
The
with a
teammate
new
was
foul
fucking
foul.
retarded.
So, I just like, I do
Pacers
feel
trail
bad,
by
though. That's why I
14.
have to keep saying that, like, I'm like, one of these days I'll be good.
Tatum
I'm
drives
gonna
in.
talk shit to you, though, someone's got to be my own guy.
Kicks it
You know
out
what
to
I mean?
Schroeder. Passes to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6.
They're fucking leaving me there.
Second chance shot. And it's good on the way up.
No quit in his game. Trying to get physical
What,
with
Big O D was
Oladipo.
9
He
points?
relishes that challenge.
Well, what?
Just a little under 2.5
Why
minutes
am I
of
the
pass now here in
worst?
the fourth.
He is the worst.
And
That's
no,
Dylan,
here we
Give
go.
me a lead.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
Where you at?
Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bucks.
Where you at right
And
now?
it's James missing. And James picks up the foul.
I'm trying to finish this stupid
That's his
game.
fourth foul
I'm trying
of
to
the
finish
contest.
Mercy Dylan so he quits.
Pacers trail by 12.
Hey, I'll finish it for you.
Schroeder kicks to Oladipo.
I'll make you lose with any 1 point lead.
Down low. Capella. Good. And it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
I know, but
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
LeBron passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
He's just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work.
Dude, if he beats you, I don't feel so bad. Just take it with LeBron.
You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Bucks leading by 9.
Got me? You ain't got shit. That's what you got.
There's LeBron.
Oh, damn.
Cold and takes possession. There's Oladipo. And it's Oladipo. with the jam.
Oladipo sliding through there. I love seeing
You
that.
feel good about
Has
it?
great speed
Yeah, I fucking
and
am.
uses that as a launching pad towards the hoop.
LeBron outside. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, He is a terrific finisher.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent. And every season he seems to add something else
Get
to
in!
his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah,
You should know they're down. They are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Murray kicks to James. 13 feet away. Rebound Andre Drummond.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Tatum against James. And the dunk by LeBron.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Also, he just doesn't get tired.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
And I tell you, Oladipo really putting defenders in a tough spot. I mean, using his length, outstanding to draw these fouls.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Murray against Capella. James outside. Over Tatum. It's
Excuse me?
rebounded by Indiana. Falls got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pacers trail by 6. Tatum on the wing. Covered by LeBron. Tatum passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
Capella against LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Just love the focus when he gets around the
Yeah, that's
rim.
just
How huge could those 2 points be?
Yeah, like when you use zones and shit, like you can do like faster offensive boards, but why don't you do like
And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. No one near James as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
Tatum no good. Bucks leading by 8. Field outside. Plenty of space. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
1:05 left in the 4th quarter of this one. LeBron outside. To the inside. Green finds James. There's the triple. And he's good
Fuck
on
you,
the
dude.
James has got 44.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Milwaukee.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
But here's the thing, like, is LeBron this good?
Not quite. No, honestly, it bugs me how much he can do. He does not dunk that much in the half court. Like, that one, it wasn't too bad, but like...
Well, it's like, well, no, that one is that bad. Because, like, is he fucking dunking over a 7'5" Taco Fall?
And one of the key components to this
don't really
victory,
dunk that
if
much.
not the biggest,
How often
was
does he
the
dunk in a game?
incredible performance
Once?
for LeBron.
Bro,
He
I
was
can make him dunk
absolutely
every play
relentless
if
at
I
the
want.
offensive
Yeah.
end guys smelled blood and went for
Well, my
it.
thing, like, and I understand, like, the brokenness of it. You
James
know what I'm saying?
outside,
But it's like,
and it falls.
he's not making that.
James
No,
has
he
got
does that shit a
48.
lot. That's his shot.
Most
He's
of
starting
their
to do that
opportunities
more,
looking
actually.
comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
But
Boy,
it's
they're
like,
giving their fans
Is
plenty
he
to
fucking,
cheer
you know
about.
what I'm
That's for
saying?
sure.
It's like he
Effort,
don't
skill,
just-
coaching.
like, not even
you name it,
LeBron.
They've done it.
So no problem.
It's like
for
average,
the
you can
Buccaneers
have
to get the
50
win.
points.
Even early
Yeah.
on in this
Well, it's
run,
like,
it
I shouldn't
seemed
say he
like they
doesn't,
were
he
happy
can't
to
just rub
find
people
the
off.
home
He does all the
side.
time.
And it
But he's
makes a
not
big
rubbing, like,
difference.
fucking
And once they
centers
started to
off.
really
Also, there's,
play
like, always, like,
in
calls
rhythm,
and shit.
you
He gets
never
a lot
felt
of
like
shots.
they had any doubts
Yeah,
as to
yeah,
whether
you know
or
what I'm
not
saying?
they
He's
were
not
going to
fucking
win.
shrugging off
And
fucking.
now let's
he
catch
can.
up with David Aldridge,
Boban.
who's
Oh, he
standing by
can, but
from the
but how
sideline.
many
Hi,
plays
Dave.
a game? That's what I'm
thank
saying.
you.
If he did like
David,
once a
thank
game,
you.
it'd be realistic.
And that about wraps it up.
You know what I mean?
David
Maybe
Aldridge, Greg Anthony,
times a game, but I could do it if I wanted to. All day long. Every play.
I put it
I'm
with,
sorry.
and I hate when rappers repeat last line that they said on the low like.